plays in the drawing room of a lunatic asylum, and characters are George Fielding and Claire Davis.
Well, I've had about enough of this. Of all the dreary entertainments in this world, a dance at a lunatic asylum is the dreariest. Tom said I should find it such splendid fun to listen to the strange delusions of the patient. All I can say is that if this is his idea of fun, then he's a duller doc than I thought he was. They're just about as amusing as Uncle Timothy's rheumatism. What bores me so terribly is their want for originality. They have a half dozen or so of fancies between themselves, and they copy one another like a lot of understudies. Now, let me see. I have danced with no less than 3 empresses of China, each of whom offered to share with me the throne of the celestial empire. 4 of my partners pronounced themselves queens of the air and implored me to go out on the road and together wing our flight to the sunny south. Well, the only one who seemed to have a line of business all to herself was my last partner, who flew into a terrific rage because I had, she said, borrowed her nose to go to an evening party and hadn't returned it, as she manifested a strong desire to regain possession of her lost property by main force. I thought it best to leave her and seek seclusion here. How refreshing is this quiet after the glare and the noise of the rooms below and the ceaseless babblings of insanity. I'm quite tired, quite tired. I think I'll close my eyes for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes. Thank goodness. Here's an empty room where I can rest my head while in quiet. Oh, why did Aunt Maria bring me to this ghastly, gruesome function? My head is in a perfect whirl. Dr. Adams assured me that all my partners would be quite harmless. And I suppose he meant by that they wouldn't try to murder me. And, of course, that's some comfort. But their insane ramblings make my very flesh creep, and their vacant laughter. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. I wonder where I am. Perhaps it's a padded room. No, there's nothing padded here but the furniture. But I suppose it's where the violent people are kept in chains and things. I don't think I'll stay. Good gracious, what's that? Oh, a groan. Some poor creature in a strait waistcoat, which doesn't fit. Oh, what shall I do? I can't move. Jove, just beginning to doze. Fancy I'd heard voices. Hello, Father found out. How'd he do? Now, I wonder who this distinguished stranger may be. Lady Macbeth? Or the Queen of Cannibal Islands? Where am I? Oh, I hope he isn't violent. I suppose I must address her in the usual humane fashion. I beg your pardon, but do you happen to be looking for anybody? Alexander the Great? Or Hamlet, Prince of Denmark? I knew it. He's mad. I was sure him to get away. Yes, I am engaged to Hamlet for the next dance. Have you seen him? Just this moment left him. We have been sitting for the last 6 months on the top of the North Pole, tossing for chocolate drops and making enamel paints. Really? Do you know what it's made of? Oh, no. I mean, yes. No, I mean no. Then I'll tell you, but it's a dark and gruesome mystery. Banbury cakes, blacking, bullseye, and the declining rays of the evening sun. I've thoroughly mastered the language of the country. That dreadful, insane laughter. How shall I get away? Would you mind accompanying me in search of my partner? Wants to get me down to dance, not if I know it. Pray, excuse me. The fact is, I'm expecting a visit from the Queen of Sheba and the Archbishop of Canterbury, who are coming to offer me the children honey. Stay with me, and you shall share them. I'm getting on nicely. Oh dear, what ravings. You're very kind, but I don't want any children's hundreds. I don't indeed. I shouldn't know what to do with them. Do with them? Wear them in your hair. Or better still, have them warmed for breakfast. He doesn't seem so very violent. But how piteous are his wonderings. Such a pleasant-looking fellow, too. Now, I wonder who... This is an interesting question Case decidedly, for she's not said a word of her own line of business. Perhaps she's got a novelty. I'll find out. But tell me, what is your particular weakness? You don't fly through the air or anything of that sort, do you?
Oh, no, I'm not insane. I beg your pardon. I mean, I'm only here on a visit to Dr. Adams, his guest, you know.
A guest? Poor creature. The same old story. Ah, came here quite recently, I suppose.
Yes, this evening, and I'm afraid I must be going. Goodbye.
Don't go yet. Tell me all about yourself.
I must pretend to be mad, resent it, and become violent. I'm afraid I must be off. My balloon is waiting for me at the attic window. My swan balloon, you know. And Papa doesn't like the birds to be kept waiting at night.
By Jove, that's distinctly a new idea. Never mind, Papa. Bother the bird. I'll blow you home through my bean shooter.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, but I couldn't think of troubling you. You won't let me go. What will become of me? Dr. Adams said the other day that with these poor people, part of the human eye is very great. I will try it.
Hello, what's she up to now? A fresh development? Looks like a Lady Macbeth impersonation. Jove, she's getting violent. I wonder what I ought to do. I say, you know this isn't a swimming pool.
How delightful. He's quite subdued.
This is serious. I wonder what I ought to do. She's raving. Of course, the commanding power of the human eye. That's the trick.
Good heavens, he's trying the human eye too. He knows the secret. It's all over for me.
Miss Clara Manners, Havery House, Jack's favorite sister, of whom he is always talking. Shall I return this to its owner?
If you please, it is mine.
Hers. Oh, I like that. But there, I must humor her. I know, of course it is, in a way. Just as all sorts of castles and moors belong to me and my proper character, Peter the Hermit. But although the outside world calls me George Fielding and keeps me out of my rightful property.
George Fielding? That's Jack's great friend. What a strange fancy. But I assure you, my name is Claire Manners.
Eh? Now I look at her. She's uncommonly like Jack.
His face bears a wonderful resemblance to Mr. Fielding's portrait in Jack's album.
This is very curious.
It's most extraordinary.
But surely Miss Manners is not.
Certainly Mr. Fielding's isn't.
I say, she doesn't look so very mad after all. Have I been making a fool of myself?
I don't think he's altogether insane. Am I mistaken?
I say now, between ourselves, you don't really propose to go home in a balloon, do you?
Oh dear, no. And you are not a very dear friend of the Prince of Denmark, I suppose.
Never saw him in my life. I give you my word. My great friend is Jack Manners.
My brother.
And we have been taking one another for lunatics all this time.
What lunatics we were to do so?
Well, as we have each established the individual standing to the satisfaction of the other, suppose we go down and look for some supper and talk about Jack.
With pleasure. And you shall tell me how to count the children's honey.